Welcome back to the 1960 Corvette build. As you can see, I've moved along from the last update. I still haven't painted the gray chrome. I've removed some of the flash and the mounting points in here from the sprue. I want to cut this one off here and file that down before I paint these. At this point, what I'm thinking of doing, I've tried spraying with I have bought a can of Tester spray chrome, which looks quite nice, except I am really crappy at rattle can painting. So I will show you how crappy I am, just to set the record straight and be truthful and honest. I painted the air cleaner on the model with the chrome spray, and I thought I was putting it on lightly and holding it back far enough, but I obviously wasn't. You can see it's pitted, and yeah. So I've got to practice some more with the chrome spray rattle can. You can see I've done a few things out of order on this construction so far. I've got the engine completed, the chassis completed. I painted the exhaust. I've installed the wheels and the tires and the axles. As you can see, the front axle shows rather clearly, so I got to paint that black. I painted the wheels with Tester's chrome. It's Tester's Model Master chrome, and I think that makes a really nice looking approximation of a alloy wheel, mag wheel, aluminum wheel. There was quite a bit of flash. I had to file out each one of the holes in each wheel with this small round file, because they were completely, well, not completely, but they were mainly filled. What else can I say? The orange is a float wheel paint. It's a float wheel reefer orange, and I think this is aluminum, Tester's aluminum. The black I used is what is that called? It's a yeah, I can't remember. It's a weathered black. It's an enamel paint. I painted. Normally, I would have painted the floor pan for the interior red, but I wanted to flock this one, and I don't have any red flocking. I do have black, so it's going to have a black carpeting. The other thing I did out of order, I've put in the interior pan. That's not supposed to be done until the interior side panels and seats are installed. But because of the flocking process, and also because I discovered with the other model that the floor pan comes up through between the seats, I wanted to get the flocking on there. And as you just noticed, maybe I've got to do a little bit more flocking right there. So I got to get some more flock up. I also installed the radiator out of order because I wanted to get that settled down in and be sure of the height of it with the engine in place. I think I mentioned earlier that with the first kit I did, the Revell kit, I couldn't get the radiator down, so I filed this notch on each side a little bit and squashed the radiator so it's right down against the suspension cross member here. I also had to carve away at the top side of that suspension cross member in order to get the fan housing into place. Let's see, what else can I tell you here? The valve covers are aluminum. Yeah, the chassis, that's aluminum. This is steel, I think. The exhaust I painted Tester's steel. Another thing I noticed as I was looking at the interior pan is right up in here, it's embossed Revell ink. So this is a Revell kit, even though it says Advent on the instructions and on the box. The interior doors, I've got to paint. These are going to be painted gray silver gray color, maybe like Tester's aluminum or Tester's steel. I don't know which one I'll use. And then I will touch up with Tester's chrome the handles, and this, I think I'll do the top edge of this. I did it on the other car. The top edge of the armrests. At the same time I did the interior, by the way, the interior is Tester's red. At the same time I did the interior, you also want to make sure you do the dashboard. Even though the dashboard is a later assembly process, it's going to be the same color as the interior. And on the Revell model, they tell you to paint the what do you call it, the panic bar. They tell you to paint it silver. It should be painted the same color as the interior. And so what I did with the Revell model that I did earlier, I was able to just friction fit that into place. But with this one, I just put a little tiny dab of glue on there to hold it because it was loose. What should be silver, and will be when I eventually, is this whole panel in here will be painted silver. I think I'll probably use Tester's chrome. The gauges will be painted black, all these round gauges, and the semicircular one for the speedometer. Black with a little dry brush of silver, and ditto on the radio. The knobs will be all painted silver. I don't know if you can see down into this one. I don't know if I'm holding that the right. Oh, the other thing I need to do is to paint the steering wheel. That needs to be painted to match the interior. I did not do that. I'm not sure if I'll paint it. The spokes are chrome, and don't know if I'll paint the whole thing chrome and then brush paint it blue. I mean red, or do it the other way around. I think I painted that one blue and then did the chrome. So, what else? I think that's about it for now. Thank you for watching, for staying tuned on the 1960 Corvette build. Again, this is a Revell 1960 Corvette. Corvette is already primed. I've painted the coves and on both sides, and I am ready now to paint the maroon finish coat, except I need to do just a little bit more masking right the hard part of the cove. I turned on the tape recorder, the recording, so you could watch me shake my hands doing this. What I'll do is try that. Do kind of a French curve attempt here. No, maybe I should have gone the other way. Come on. There we go. Nope, should have taken off more. Try that. Maybe what I'll do is put it in place. Press the tape down into place. This is kind of what I did on the other side. God help me at this point. I really can't see this very well. I hope you understand out there that I'm not driving blind here, but it's pretty close. This is very fuzzy stuff. I think I got it. And I didn't get quite down into the edge of the cove right there. I don't know if I got it that time either. Okay. Alright, excuse me while I get my magnifier. I'm going to have to put this on pause. But the underframe, the underside of the body I painted black. And it's got a little bit of overspray of gray, but that's not a big deal. And obviously you can see that I masked the engine compartment so that stays gray, black. By the way, the paint, hope you can read that, I can't. This is Tester's Model Master, maroon. I don't remember which color that is, I cannot read that at all, it's just a blur. Oh, there we go, burgundy red metallic, bing. And it's very thick. To my left, I have the hood and the front panel underneath the bumper, whatever that's called, valance. This is lacquer thinner. And a stern stick or something. You can hear me over the noise. Sorry. Towel. And here comes the real noise. The air compressor's coming on in just a second. Fine now. But this is coming out really dark. Not what I was looking for. Oh, come on. What's happening is that there's a little valve right here, screw. It's supposed to, it keeps going down, and if it comes down too far, what happens is it never shuts off. I'm getting like an overspray kind of effect. I think that's it. That's all the paint I'm going to put on. It looks like I might have a drip forming right at the bottom of the door panel right there. I don't like that. Ugh. Don't know what